example, if you taste the wine, like you said, there's a scale. If I say what that tastes like, you'd be like, I give it, it's bitter. I give it a 2 because you've been conditioned like that. Growing up, and when you take classes, there's a ranking. How you score in the test. So there's always a ranking in life. That's why there are models and people who, when their faces are very symmetrical and they're beautiful, they make money off their beauty. You see? So with that, it's like, why is it most women don't tell their friends, like, hey,
like you're not as like your shit does stink.
Yeah, not like that, but like you're not a 10 or you're not like a 9, like you're saying, like you're not a 9.
That's real touchy because
why is that?
People can be out here telling people to love themselves and then tell them, oh, you're not socially acceptable. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I would never tell my friends that, like, you're not cute. All my friends are beautiful because I know them.
Yeah.
But I think that when you take care of yourself, you may not look like the way that society wants you to look, but once you learn to love yourself, you find what works for you, and that alone attracts people to you. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I may not be the cutest person, but I know what works for me, and it makes me like how I look. Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does because
so like I can't tell someone that you're not a 3 or you're not a 7. You're actually a 3.
But for example, for guys, right?
I can tell someone that, hey, you're gaining a little weight, but that doesn't make them a 3.
No.
Like that's just drastic.
Because that's why he said facially.
Okay.
Because facially, well, the way humans are. If someone's gaining weight, most of the time it starts like chin and things like that. But most people, like for example, Johnny Depp, y'all like he's gaining weight and things like that. Like he's already looked before, it's not like that. But still, if you know in your head that this person lose the weight,
he'll go back to it.
Yeah, it'll look very good.
Yeah.
You know that. So at the end of the day, women know when other women look better than them. Like, a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Men, same thing. Like, Idris look better than you. Like, I know men look better than me. Like, I know that for a fact.
Okay, yeah.
So
they're
that's
more
the
pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, like you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I do, okay. Dude there, got it. Like, shorty there. For example, even when you're in the club, like, these are certain girls walk in, you probably see yourself like, wow, that's a beautiful woman.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah.
When I look at people, I don't look at them like, wow, they're beautiful. I can just look and be like, wow, they love themselves. Like,
really?
that's literally, like, I'm not trying to be corny, but that's how I look at people. Like, they love them, like, they fuck with themselves. You get? Like, I like for the sense of confidence. You know? Because someone could be, I don't want to say ugly, but someone could be not as,
attractive,
pleasing in the face to me, but like, if you move, like, I don't know, I could just read people's confidence, and that's what I like.
But that's the thing. So for women, when you look at men, you're not really looking most of the time like a pretty guy, pretty boy type thing, right? But most of the time, y'all looking at everything else.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why women have a hard time the way guys look at women. They're like, well, I look at you like, I'm looking at the shoes you're wearing, I'm looking at your swag, I'm looking at how you talk. Why can't you look at women the same way? And that's where the disconnect happens, because men and women are different, no matter how we want to put it. I'm gonna look at a woman differently.
So what you're saying is men are shallow?
No, it's not shallow. It's just what.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Because like you said, like if I can look at you like deeper than the physical, why can't you look at me that way? So you're saying you don't look at us?
No, because we attract. When we look first, is what we like. It's like,
okay.
ooh,
So you won't even look at someone if they don't look like they work out. But I'm not saying that's for every guy, but there's some guys that like care about someo's physical presence.
Yeah. Like you've seen them, right? You've seen like a guy, like, especially like if you're at the gym, there's certain guys, you can just tell this guy likes women that work out. And you can see the women there with them. Like, they be really fit. Yeah. So, and that's how men are. It's not anything, it's just human nature.
That's just something I'll never understand then.
That's
the summary here.
That's the thing, because because at the end of the day, you say things like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, things like that. But the thing with the conversation we were trying to have with them was, regardless of what you're saying, there are people in the world that just look beautiful.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and if you, when he says like rank yourself, it's like you are doing it yourself. Like,
yeah.
So even if you're saying you're a 10, he's like, okay. So then you ask him a question like, what exactly? You've seen 10s, right?
Yeah.
You see like Beyonce and Kelly and them. Okay. He's like, so.
Who's Kelly?
Kelly Rowland.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So like, you see those women. They always have. There's always like men after them, but you see how they look. It's not just their face. It's everything they do to make sure they look that way. The Instagram models that try to attract the ballers and things like that. They might look thick,
but they're attracting the crowd.
The crowd they're looking for, but you see there's the reason they go do the surgery and things, it's to create that physique type look, like you know, like the stomach being flat. Shorty like she goes to the gym, legs like thick.
But she's just trying to attract the shallow. I guess it depends on the person you're trying to attract.
But that's the thing, because it's not really like a shallow thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it is a shallow thing.
Yeah.
It's just what men want.
But I'm saying though, like.
Because
a woman that's getting a BBL, that's a whole nother topic, right? But I'm saying, like, you just said, like, we should want to attract you guys, right?
Yeah.
If I'm getting a BBL, like, did you know, first of all, people that get surgery, they have to go to, like, therapy and stuff like that.
Yep.
So if I'm getting a BBL and I'm getting my breasts done, if internally I feel like this will attract the right man, that's the problem. Because why are you attracted to my body? Like, granted, a good body is nice, but let's say, okay, I'll use a perfect example. Let's say I was trying to get at you for 10 years.
Okay.
My body was regular. I get my body done. Now you're in my DMs. It's very simple, common sense. Like this is what you're attracted to versus who I've been all along. So for me, it's like if women that have these bodies are getting are getting attention from certain guys, you should probably question that a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to step on any toes.
But for real, let's think about it, right? Even though, like you said, 10 years or something like that, like this is a guy you like, let's say you're like a skinny person, you have curves and things like that. So, but then you started by putting on weight, and then the weight started being in the right places, and then this person is not attracted to you. The reason is, if you go into it thinking, well, you shallow because now I look good, that's why you want me. But
men just like a woman that has a figure.
Because you look a certain way right now, that's why he likes you. And then you have men that like bigger women. Like maybe the woman gets bigger and then this dude is like in the DMs. But even with that, regardless, right? If somebody go do a BBL, and they went that far to do all that, like maybe to make their ass look fatter.
Yeah.
If a guy, you attracting that guy now that you wanted all this time.
But the whole time you might be attracting a guy that just wants someone that looks good next to them.
There you go.
Like,
and you in your own psyche need to understand.
Yeah.
If I go do this, who am I really trying to attract here?
Yeah.
But then you attract this guy and you're like, oh, well, sir, I've been trying to get at you for like 10 years, bro. Now you're here. It's like, now he's here. That's one guy you just attracted. Now you're attracting 50 of them.
Right. But what are those 50 attracted
to? And why is this guy? First of all, why did you even really want him that bad? Now that he's here, you're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do.
Because you're seeing his type. His type is probably what you went and did.
Yeah, like that's what you did. But now.
Okay, it makes sense. Yeah.
Now he's here.
So back to my case in point, men are shallow.
Men like what they like. Men just like what they like. A man will, like you said, at the same time, there are conversations where it's like a man will go down in looks.